DynamicCarStore.com to get the cars. Icons, legends aiming at the stars. Hursty at checkout to save your points. Now your bank account won't be staying empty. DynamicCarStore.com. Use code Hursty. Go on.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome to the latest episode of our QPR Career Mode. If you're not always nice and caught up, then go and check out the series, get yourself caught up and then come back and welcome to today's episode. Today we start off in second place in the league. Absolutely fantastic things you do in fact love to see. Only a point behind Bournemouth, the league leaders. We have got a tricky game first of all up against Birmingham, who are in fourth place. This is going to be a very, very tough game. Then we have a whole week to rest, which is fantastic. And then we are against Millwall. So I'm fairly sure we can probably play our strongest side here against Birmingham with, you know, maybe needing to make some changes partway through the game just for the sake of fitness. But then we've got our first team ready and raring to go for the game against Millwall because we then pretty much have a whole rest until we're against Watford. So I'm going to get the team ready and I guess I'll probably see you guys at Birmingham. Okay, so I've got the team nice and ready. We're going to start with our 4-4-2. Cameron's coming in for Amos as he was a little bit tired. And then only other changes that we made are on the bench. Just a few rotation players going in and out because Amos was very, very tired. So he is going to miss this game completely. But he'll be back in time for the Millwall game for sure. But you can see a very, very tired looking squad for Birmingham, especially that back two. So this could be a really good day for us today, especially up top. Let's try and get an early lead and then hold on to it. I do love a good day against any team at the Kyan Prince Foundation Stadium. I always love being at home, always love rocking out at the home ground. And hopefully today can be a good reason for it. Hopefully today can lead to 3 points. I'm optimistic. Let's see how we do, boys. Let's get into this. Again, a nice early lead would be a fantastic way to start against a pretty tired looking Birmingham side. Dykes immediately with the ball here, nice and high up the pitch. Going to play it out to Brighter Sammy, who's just going to run against the defenders. Again, they're already a little bit tired. We see Bond making a fantastic run at the back post, but it's too near to Etheridge, and that is a nice, simple save for him. Bella is absolutely breaking away down this wing here. Hammerlinen's going to have to cut inside and try and close him out. But they've brought it into the middle to Torrell. They've got Djukovic up front as a lone striker today. Really good tackle there from Connor Masterson, I believe it was. And we do get a chance to bring the ball away now. Cameron's going to play it out wide to Ellis Todd. We see Dykes try and make space, but it's not a good pass. And again, losing possession in a city place. Bella making that run in behind, but Lumley sees the danger nice and early and reads it well. Kakai here is going to stop. Play this ball over the top here to Brightside Simon. Can he bring this one down? It's brought down by the defender. He's not done a particularly good job of getting rid of it. And now Dykes has got the ball in the middle of the park. Plays it through the defender's legs. Lovely stuff. Lyndon Dykes finds the back of the net. Things you do in fact love to see. I think that's 38 goals in the season now for Lyndon Dykes. He's absolutely been carrying us his first season. He's been unbelievable. The fact he's megged the defender there as well. I think, again, the stamina of those two centre-backs is going to come into play. And there, look, to just play it through the defender's legs, get it back from them, and then just power it into that top corner. Things you love to see. Lyndon Dykes absolutely flying high for us right now. Mate, 1-0. I got the early lead, which I wanted. Now we've got to just play well enough to keep hold of it. Let's go. Done ball here. Bringing the ball forward quite nicely. Brightside with a little bit of space. Sadly, didn't quite make the run that I was hoping he would straight away. But we get the ball in the middle to Dykes. Bond's making a decent run in the middle. Bond plays it. Lovely pass to Lyndon Dykes. Can he get his second of the game, Lyndon Dykes? He's going to get that second. He's going to make it 2-0. Doubling our score and doubling his goals for the game as well. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Again, just a simple bit of play, kind of from the defence, playing it forward, making the space for Dykes in the middle. And Dykes does exactly what he needs to do in front of goal. Honestly, he's one of the most reliable players we've ever had in a career mode. He is Ben Brereton-esque for us right now. I have to say, Lyndon Dykes has been absolutely phenomenal. So hopefully he can continue this goal-scoring form up as we continue to climb up the table and keep winning points. 2-0 ties against Birmingham. It's a good start. Done ball, bringing that ball forward now. Going to play it backwards to Cameron here. We look at Todd out wide. Going to play it into Ellis Todd. Ellis Todd, can he beat his defender here? He's megged the defender as well. Mate, the nutmegs are coming left, right and centre. I've absolutely bamboozled the cross there. I've wasted that one, which is a bit of a waste there, sadly. But, mate, another nutmeg. We're getting nutmegs for days here, boys. Dykes going to play the ball out here to Brighter Samuel. Bright now going to try and get it back to Dykes. Dykes done very, very well to make the space there. And then plays a lovely ball off to Ellis Todd, who's brought that ball down quite well. Going to just have to recycle it. We're just being patient with possession here, which is exactly what we need to do. Bond plays it into Dykes. Dykes on his right foot again. Lyndon Dykes with the first half hat-trick. He's got 3 goals in 40 minutes. And I have to say, we are absolutely tearing Birmingham City apart here. There's nothing they can do to beat us. We are just absolutely all over them. Playing really well. And again, I think the stamina situation is definitely causing them problems. It's why it's helpful sometimes to rotate when we can, especially when we were in the cup games as well. But I have to say, Dykes is doing exactly what we needed him to do, which is find those goals. And, mate, 3-0. Lovely stuff. Potentially one chance here to round off the first half. Bright getting the ball down the wing here. Going to play it in the middle, up in the air to Bon, who's not going to get across to it. Can we keep it alive? Cameron with an X has just booted that off the ball instead of just a simple little pass forward, which is what I was hoping for. But it's half-time, and I have to say a very dominant first half display. Really, really good stuff from the boys. Very, very happy and very, very impressed indeed. At the half-time score, Bournemouth are actually drawing 1-1 away to Bristol City. So as things stand right now, we are currently top of the championship table. Obviously, plenty can change in the second half of those games, but we're going to do what we can to try and keep the lead here. I'm going to make a couple of changes. I'm going to take off Connor Masterson for Gubbins, and in the second half, at some point, I'm going to make the change to a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. I'm going to take off Don Ball, and I'll probably end up playing Dunn at Cam. I think he can do a job at Cam, or maybe Todd can do a job at Cam. Somebody will be able to play Cam. I think Todd can. Which is absolutely fine for us. So we'll go to the 4-1-2-1-2 wide and run that. But for now, Gubbins on for the tired Masterson. Again, I'm just trying to avoid injuries at this point. That's the main thing here. Not necessarily in regards to, oh, we've got to rotate the squad and stuff. Just trying to stop potential injuries from tired players because we've got a whole week to rest before the Millwall game. But before we worry about that, let's worry about seeing the second half out. 3-0 lead, which is a great start. Let's keep it on top of it, boys. Bon up to Dykes here. Dykes going to play it out wide to Ellis Todd. Ellis Todd's going to cut in on his right foot. We're going to try the shot here from this wide angle. Not the best effort. So looks good on the stats, that kind of shot. Etheridge did save it, but it was never going in. Get the ball up here to Dykes. Dykes now just going to take his time. Oh, loses out sadly, which is a real shame because that was a really good chance to maybe counter here. But they've given themselves a bit of a chance to counter themselves. Just got to be patient here. Make sure to not commit somebody forward that we don't need to. Kind of like I did exactly just do then with Gubbins. But well in from Cameron, making a good initial tackle. But again, they've recycled it well. They've got it out wide here. They've got space. Kakai a little bit left on his own there against two. But now it's one-on-one against Friend. Friend is going to try his best to get this ball in the box. We've got to try and stop him. Works it in nicely. But Dumble's come back well to help. Cameron now on the edge of the box. Can he try and close down Sunjic? I'm fairly sure that was there. But again, they've got it out wide to Friend. Friend's going to get the ball in the box. It's a good initial header there. Gubbins does do well to get the initial header on that. And we do get the ball out of there, thank God. Cameron going to play the ball up to Dykes. Dykes is going to look out wide and find Brightside Samuel. Brightside Samuel now going to try and get it across the box. Does get the ball into the box, but we do get a corner here. We have also made a change. I'm actually also going to make a second change so we get all three of our changes made and all the players on the pitch. I'm going to take off Dykes because, you know, again, 3-0 up. We're looking confident. Dykes is coming off and Kalman's going to come on, and we have brought on Dunn for Ball. Like I said earlier, I was going to make that change just so Ball doesn't get himself injured or anything like that. So got some fresh legs coming on off the bench. Looking good for the changes. Let's get this ball into the box. It's a good punch away there from the keeper. Can maybe recycle it. Done. It's going to try it from the edge of the box. It's a simple block. But again, just 20 minutes to now basically see this out. I don't think we're going to concede 3 in that time. A clean sheet, though, would still be nice to get. Kalman's got the ball here. It's a run from, I'm not even sure who that is. I'm fairly sure that's Ellis Todd actually running through at Cam, which is a really good place for him to be. Really like Ellis Todd in that central role because he's making some very good runs. We're going to get the ball to him now on that right foot. Good block from the defender, sadly. But, mate, he makes some good runs running through the middle there, I have to say. Kalman on the ball now. We see Ellis Todd again running slightly ahead of him here. Todd is going to get the ball. Going to try and set away Macaulay Bon. Bon, I think, is just onside. He is. Bon is going to strike it. Bon's going to find the back of the net. 4-0. Just to really put the cherry on the top of the cake there for this game. 4 goals. I have to say, we have been very dominant. We've definitely deserved this lead. They have provided pretty much next to nothing. I don't even think they've actually had a shot. And if they have, it wasn't anything crazy. The best thing I can think of is that chance that Lumley had to run out and stop the through ball for. I think that's literally the best they've offered this game. So, very good performance from us. And this could be the performance that sees us to the top of the table, which obviously will be a very good result for us indeed. Well, there it is, full-time whistle, 4-0 win to the mighty Super Hoops. I have to say, a thoroughly deserved win. Lyndon Dykes with the 3 goals in the first half, and then Bon just topping it all off with a goal in the second. And I have to say, just a solid performance. 2 different formations, both of which worked very well, rather, I should say. And yeah, just very, very happy with that. A team that, again, that's a 4th place team. They were quite tired, which is very noticeable for us. But the main thing is we did go out the blocks and absolutely obliterate them today. Close possession, but they didn't have a single shot for the entire game. Simple stuff for us in the end. Well, it's finally happened for the first time in this series. We are currently sat at the top of the striker as Bristol City held Bournemouth to a 1-1 draw. A team that are, you know, struggling a little bit. I have to say, they're down in 17th, so they did really, really well to hold them to that. But we do have a game now against Millwall, which I think is like, I can only assume there's a cup going on because I think we're the only team that are actually playing in this game, or it could be that there's a few playing. But, oh yeah, they're playing on the 10th with the game happening on the Sunday. That's what it is. So it's, again, a good chance for us to just stay ahead of the pack. It'll be interesting to see how Bournemouth and Watford both do, obviously, as they are both teams that are within our points range, and they'll be playing a day ahead of us. So hopefully what we can do is have a solid performance against Millwall and keep this top of the table spot. Okay, it is 9th against 1st as things stand. I didn't actually see how Bournemouth and everyone did, so I don't actually know where they are in regards to us points-wise. So we're up against a very tough team. 5 at the back, our favourite, not. But we have made some changes for the starting 11. Ilias Chair is going to come in at left mid. Amos makes a return to the centre of the park. And Kelman is going to start ahead of Macaulay Bond today. Again, just another team that's going to be tough to beat, but hopefully we can do just that. I have to say, everyone's playing at a very good rating right now. The absolute lowest plus on any of our players is a +5, so it's looking pretty good for us. Hopefully we can keep playing to a good standard, and let's just see how we do. It's going to be a tough game, but one we should try and really push for a win here. Away to Millwall for a lot of teams can be a not particularly favourable day on the calendar, but hopefully this can be a good one for us as we go and really look to keep our space at the top of the table, ours. Keep Bournemouth at bay. Again, I'm not entirely sure how they did. They played yesterday, so we are the only teams playing today. And we'll just have to wait and see how we do. Again, hopefully 3 points can be the call of the day. Few little changes, but again, I think our team is nice and strong. And it's there's not really any negative changes that we can make right now to this squad. So let's just keep it up and see if we can push on and stay at the top of the table. And this could maybe be a really good first chance for us here. Kelman's going to get this ball now. Again, this is where the 5 at the back's a little bit of a mare because there were 2 players on Dykes and I've waited for him to stray offside. So let's keep going. Amos in the middle, going to play it up to Lyndon Dykes. Dykes now going to play it down to Ball. Or we lose the ball in a really bad spot there, actually. We were trying to build up our own attack, and we've given one away here. But not a good ball forward, and Lumley's going to come to that nice and easily. Legendary don't really know what they're doing today, do they? Hammerline bringing this ball forward quite nicely here on the wing. Ilias Chair, Kadudi making a decent run in the middle there. Good little ball into him. Kelman gets the ball now. Going to try and set away Dykes, but too much on that. I was just saying Legendary don't know what they're doing. Neither do I, apparently. They've got the ball forward here quite nicely, but a good tackle there. Good, strong, standing tackle from Masterson to see that ball stays in our possession. And Bright with a heavy touch and loses the ball in a bad spot there. That was a good chance for us to maybe start a counter-attack. But Dykes here is getting onto the end there of a loose pass. We see Kelman working his way into the middle. Can we get it to him? We can. Charlie Kelman finds the back of the net. Things you do, in fact, love to see. Lyndon Dykes and Kelman linking up yet again for, I don't know how many times that is this season, but lovely stuff there from Charlie Kelman and Dykes. Really good stuff from Dykes to see the loose little pass. I think it was a loose pass from the centre-back, and Dykes was just on it and just absolutely, as soon as he had his eye on that ball, it was only going to be his. And Kelman smashes that ball into the roof of the net and gets us an early lead there. 1-0, half an hour into the game. Maybe not as early as I thought, but it's been a really, really edgy, sort of tricky first half here. So it's a really good place to get a 1-0 lead in a game that's been very, very scrappy. Working the ball forward quite nicely. We've got to be careful now. Leonard on the ball. Going to play it out to Bennett. Their fullback is overlapping as well. Ozzy Kakai's going to have to be the man to try and get back there to stop it. The cross does come in, but Lumley, yet again, I think that's the 3rd or 4th time Lumley's had to be smart to a cross, and he's done so very, very well. Maybe it could be the chance here for us to counter with the last chance it would be of the first half here. Get the ball out wide to Bright. Bright now is going to cut inside of the fullback here. Can we get this ball into the box before the halftime whistle goes? That's a very good tackle from the fullback, I have to say. He's done really well to get back there. And that is going to be halftime there. 1-0 is what it will remain at the first half. A good first half in regards to being 1-0 up, but a very scrappy one, I have to say. It's been a very, very tricky first half to really get any form of, like, actual foot on the ball and actually really implementing anything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bolster our attacking side of the midfield. I'm going to change to the 4-2-3-1. So I'll go to this formation here, and I'm going to bring on Pepe Arce. He's going to be our main man as per usual. Going to come on and hopefully provide something from that central cam spot. We know that he can do it. We know that he's done it in the past, and he's been very good at it. So that's what we're going to do, 4-2-3-1 here, and see if that can maybe make a slight difference in the second half with us. Just getting the ball forward a little bit more often, getting possession a bit better, and creating those chances. Let's go. Ozzy's going to play it into Pepe Arce straight away, getting onto the possession. And then he is sort of fouled a little bit there, but we get the advantage. Bright Saisem is going to cut across and try and create something here if he can. Bright now, going to play that ball over the top, but it's a good block from the defender. Well done from Luke Amos to get in there, get his foot involved and win possession there. Done ball is going to play it to Pepe Arce. See, look, this is just where we've got that little bit more depth to try and make those passes and try and find the play, because Kelman, obviously being in a two-partner striker, is going to be a little bit higher up, so it's sort of 2 lines, whereas this gives us that third option of Pepe dropping in between the lines. Hopefully that happens a little bit more often in the second half. Oh, we've lost possession in a really bad spot here. They've got a chance to really work this into the box. They've got it with Woods. Woods takes the strike. Lumley was, I think, beaten there. Didn't really even attempt to make the save. I'm not entirely sure how close that was. It looked relatively close there, but Lumley was just stood still as it just went over the bar. That wasn't a bad effort. That was not a bad effort at all. Could have been much, much worse for us, but it stays at 1-0, thankfully. Get the ball here to Pepe Ars. Pepe Ars now going to turn. Try and play the ball out wide. He didn't quite play where I wanted, but we do get Aussie Kakai on the ball here. I think that's Lyndon Dykes making way into the box. It was. Couldn't quite get his head onto it. Not a bad little cross though from Aussie, but wasn't quite meeting our man. Dykes on the ball. Going to play it out wide to Ilias. Ilias is going to see Pepe Ars in the middle. Pepe's going to have to shoot nice and early. Good save though from Biakowski. Very good little bit of interplay from us there. We did well to work the ball around, but we are going to make some changes here. We're actually going to bring on Todd Kane at right back, and Jeff Cameron's going to come on for Don Ball in CDM. So just a bit of rotation, just a bit of fitness. A few players a little bit tired. Obviously, we have like nearly a whole week between games. Good effort there from Masterson. But again, I just don't want to cause any injuries. If players are looking a little bit tired, I've got the substitutions. I might as well use them. Well, they've got a man over here. I overcommitted with Todd Kane on a tackle, but really good stuff there from Masterson. I have to say, Connor Masterson, since coming in and actually, you know, getting his rating and everything up and his what's it called, the form and everything up, he's been doing really well for us. He stepped up to the plate very, very well to cover for the injured Barbe, and he really has made a good sort of, you know, impression of himself. I've been very impressed while he's been playing. I have been. They get the ball here. Todd Kane is going to have to try and come across. He doesn't get there. Good headed effort. That is a fantastic header, I have to say. A really bad time for us to concede right on the 90th minute. But that is a phenomenal header to get themselves back level pegging. We literally only now have extra time if we're going to try and do anything here. It's a shame that we haven't made the most of some of those other chances. That is a fantastic header. I think... Oh, mate, I think it was Barbe. No, it can't be Barbe. Barbe's injured. It was Masterson who couldn't quite get that header. He was just short, but Williams with a fantastic header finds the top corner. No way Lumley was getting to that one. And now we have to see if we can do anything basically from this centre. Woods has made a fantastic tackle to pretty much cancel that out. And that is surely going to be full time. Surely we don't concede here. Lovely tackle there from Dickey. And that is going to be full time, boys. Absolutely gutting to concede as late on as we did. It's a really bad 2 points to have dropped, basically. But, mate, I think we can just about maybe stay near the top of the table. It depends if Bournemouth won. If Bournemouth won, then I think we do drop back down to second, which is a real shame. But, man, I am slightly gutted there. I have to say I'm thoroughly disappointed with the fact that we didn't get the win after being on top for 60 minutes of that game, playing well and just not getting the chances. That was really their first proper effort. Ryan Woods with that miss earlier, but you can see not too many chances either way. A fairly even game, so maybe the point shared with a fair result, but gutted to not get the 3 points there. Well, I can confirm that Bournemouth did actually get a win in their game. So our next game against Watford is going to be a very big, very important game indeed, because that will basically secure us being 6 points ahead of them and guaranteed 6 points ahead of the chasing pack with not too many games left to play. It's worth taking note that we are 11 points clear of 6th, and we are 14 points clear of 7th, which means we are mathematically secured at least the playoffs now, which is obviously good to know. But I want to be mathematically secured in the top 2, and first place is still where I would like to be. We've got 4 games to make sure we do it. All we can do is win every game that is ahead of us, and that first one is going to be the toughest one, and that is against Watford. So in the next game we're going to be playing against Watford and then playing against Rotherham, and then the following game will actually, or the following episode I should say, will actually be the final part of our first season. So that's really close. It's getting really close to us. I'm gutted that we didn't secure the top of the table after that game, because it would have been great to have hit 90 points. Well, actually it would have been 89, so it would have been a point clear, but for the first place to be in our hands rather than it being Bournemouth waiting on them to see if they mess up in 4 games time, which you can't really rely on. Top 2 is still a fantastic place to finish. But if you guys are enjoying the series, then please do leave a like. It greatly is appreciated. And again, it helps the channel and the series and everything out so much. So thank you, of course, everyone who does leave a like on the video. If you're new to the channel, then please do consider subscribing and turn on notifications to be told anytime that we do upload a video or indeed go live with a live stream. But for now, guys, I want to say a massive thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves, and of course, wash your hands.
Nah, his name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, we'll say hello. Entertained, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty games, yeah, you already know.